I don't live in Washington, but in Washington today, issues are being debated which are vital to me and you. The greatest issue I'm concerned about is our escalating deficits and our growing debt. I had a grandchild this year, my first one, and it pains me to consider the fact that simply by being born, she has to share her portion of our public debt in addition to the unfunded government liabilities. And that comes to a tune of about $200,000. And it's just not right for this generation, our generation, to pass that on to her generation. And that's why I'm here to talk to you today about a solution. But first, let's consider that the debt is exploding. As you know, the government spends far more than it takes in. In the last 2 years, the combined deficit, that means taking in less than what you spent, exceeded $3 trillion. This has been the biggest deficit in U.S. history outside of World War II. This is unprecedented. Well, what's the impact of this exploding debt? Well, first of all, we need to recognize that the government can only stay in business by borrowing the money. This year, over half of our public debt is owned by foreign countries. And China owns the most of a foreign country of our debt of $1 trillion. This has significant economic and security issues. As we go and incur more debt, obviously, the people that are buying our paper and giving us their money are concerned about the U.S. economy's ability to pay it back. They're going to start to demand more and higher interest rates. How does that affect me and you? What will happen there is that the interest rates on our credit cards that we now have and the interest rates on our mortgage that we take out for our homes will start to go up. Businesses will start to be squeezed because they'll have higher interest rates. They'll start to look for ways to balance their books. In the process, folks like me and you could lose our jobs. It would come down to that. Some economists call this a tipping point. Well, over this past year, I and a group of business owners, concerned citizens, and economists have been wrestling with this issue. And we've come up with what we call the 1 cent solution. We're proposing that Congress adopt the 1 cent solution, which calls for reducing total government spending 1 penny out of each dollar per year for 5 years. At the end of 7 years, we would have balanced our budget and reduced the projected debt to $2.6 trillion. The key part of this whole plan, though, is citizen involvement. We are launching a petition campaign in January to enroll 1 million people to sign a petition from every congressional district in every state, encouraging their member of Congress to support the 1 cent solution, and also to hold their member of Congress accountable to implementing the 1 cent solution.